That kind of nerd. Let's start the show with comics, movies, and technology. Here we go, bringing you the segments that you're looking for, like Cape Talk, Screen to Stream, Tech Perspective, and more. Cast this nerd degree and the blockbuster. Welcome to the club, cause you're that kind of nerd.
Welcome, everyone, to That Kind of Nerds podcast, a currently bi-weekly show that tells you what is going on in the nerdy world. I am CJ Mellon, joined by just the best two people in the world, Joshua Burns and Brian Thornton.
What up?
Hi.
Listen, nerd, we missed you so much. We just have to do something. We just have to jump right into this. There's no messing around this week. We got to talk about the world of comics, how it's affecting TV, how it's affecting movies, but most of all, how is it affecting Brian? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Cape Talk.
Cape Talk.
DC had its basic, I would just call it the makeup of Comic-Con, since everything is closed down right now. DC fandom, as we talked about, fine, be what it is. 3 trailers dropped. We have to talk about it. Let's lead off with the best, most important one. We got a trailer for The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson. I need thoughts. I need feelings. I need them now because I've been holding on to them since I watched this trailer.
I'm gonna let you two go first. I don't know why you're looking at me. I have thoughts and feelings, but I want to hear what you guys think first.
Josh, what were your first impressions after you watched the trailer?
I like the use of Nirvana. I like Matt Reeves. I think there's a really good chance we get multiple movies from Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson as Batman. So I'm fine with it. I think the only my only criticism was I don't understand the sort of goth Crow type look at one point in the trailer, but we only have X amount of the movie shot. I don't know the context.
His
of it.
eye makeup needs to match his mask, Josh.
So yeah, let's talk about that for 1 second, right? There's the picture of him with the eye makeup on, right? And very famously I don't know if it was from Batman or Batman Returns, there's a part where Michael Keaton has to take off his cowl, right?
It's
Returns. They show him one time and he's got his black makeup on, but they don't talk about it. But the shot where he goes to pull it off has no makeup, so when it cleans off, you see his face. But Batman wears makeup under that cowl, and I think it's important that we address the fact that he has that, and he does that. It's important.
Is it important?
I think it is. I think it really demonstrates that they're taking this seriously.
Huh.
No, it's not important. It's just a little fun acknowledgement that they're thinking that one logistical part through. I'm poking fun at it. But are you talking about maybe just the look of him in that courtroom?
Are you successfully poking fun at it?
And again, I don't know. Just reminded me of Brandon Lee and The Crow. But again, I said I don't have any context for it. It was just a shot, and I went, all right, well, whatever.
Makes sense. I thought the scene that sold it 100% was that Joker group scene, and he goes up and he hits that guy in the face and takes him down, starts punching him a bit, but then keeps on going. Yeah. And I'm like, yes, this is what I wanted. I have been on board with Robert Pattinson from announcement, so I'm very happy to see that this is so far living up to what I have. But Brian, I want to turn it over to you. Thoughts, feelings? The Twilight guy is now wearing the cowl. How do you feel?
Well, I love Pat Bat. I'm on board for Pat Bat. I think, that scene where he just, completely wail. You know what it reminded me of? That scene where he wails on that gang guy? Daredevil, episode 2.
Oh.
Just how visceral and how just raw it was. It just felt ugh, and then he keeps on going ugh. That was good. I think he looks great. Eye makeup and all looks solid. I'm really, first and foremost, I've been waiting for a movie that takes a darker take on Riddler, and this looks like really solid work on the villains in this trailer. Riddler, Penguin, Catwoman, they all look the part, but I mean, I think we can agree this trailer was very just Riddler heavy. And I had other thoughts. I watched the DC Fandom event.
Okay.
So I watched the whole thing. which was it was a lot of fun. I mean, but the cool thing was they had panels before these things dropped,
Mhm.
and it was just Matt Reeves just talking. Robert Pattinson introduced him, but he wasn't able to like actually do a full on interview. So Matt Reeves was talking, and he was talking about what we can expect and where he got his inspiration for this Batman and things like that. And what I really liked and what I really gravitated towards was this is a year 2 story. So he's not all buddy with the cops. He's not working with Jim Gordon. No one really knows if they should trust him. So we're gonna see a very different, very alone Batman, which I'm completely on board with. But he also stated that the whole inciting incident is that there's been a couple murders in Gotham. Batman needs to investigate them. Obviously, that's kind of what we see with the Riddler, and that his inspiration for this was like movies like Chinatown and even like Taxi Driver to an extent, which makes me really feel like we're gonna get a detective story with Batman, and that's the part that I've been missing. I love the Batmans that we have had before, but it's all the flash, the pomp, the circumstance. And everyone forgets the fact that he is a detective. He's the world's greatest detective.
Right.
And some of the best Batman comic book storylines are detective storylines. Long Halloween, Hush, Year One. These were all very based in the detective work and how smart he is, not necessarily the fact that he can beat the crap out of a guy. I think we're going to get that in this movie. I'm very excited just based on that trailer. And to know that something else Matt Reeves stated was, we got a trailer together, but we've only shot 25% of the film.
Yeah, that's
the trailer we got from a quarter of the film. I'm like, yes, just give me more. 70, like, I want the other 75% now. Give it to me now.
Yeah, looking at the cast and crew for this. So first off, Colin Farrell completely unrecognizable in this trailer. So much so that I didn't realize it was Colin Farrell until someone pointed it out on like Reddit or something. I was like, oh god, oh wow. All right.
Yeah, it made the rounds on Twitter. They did a good makeup job on it.
So he's going to be the Penguin, and color me intrigued. I'm down for that. Then Paul Dano is the actor who's going to be playing the Riddler. And I think he's one of those underrated guys. You don't know his name. He's one of the, that guy, right? Like you'll know him from like Little Miss Sunshine and There Will Be Blood. And he always usually plays the guy that's a little off his kilter, or the guy who's beat down a little bit. So very, very excited to see what he brings to this. And then Matt Reeves as a whole, as a director, the guy hasn't done a lot, but the stuff that he's done, I've liked.
He did the last two
Planet
of the Apes, which were fantastic.
Yep, Dawn and War of the Planet, and he did Cloverfield, which at first was a movie I hated, and I've come around on it pretty much. But Planet of the Apes is also how we get then Andy Serkis being Alfred. So
I freaking love Cloverfield.
Yeah,
what the hell's wrong with you?
At first, I wasn't into it. The second time I watched it, third time I watched it, then I started to click.
I haven't seen it.
Then I got it. And then I appreciate it for what it was. Zoe Kravitz.
Josh, I don't think you could handle the shaky cam.
No.
I foresee you going.
Yeah, shaky cam and TJ Miller. So you'll probably be like, no thanks.
I like TJ Miller.
TJ Miller is barely in it.
He's the guy like holding the camera for most of the movie.
And I like TJ Miller. That's not an issue.
Okay. Well, then you're good. Shaky cam is pretty bad, but it pays off. It's built for a reason. Anyway, we're not talking about Cloverfield. We didn't get to see much of Zoe Kravitz though, or Colin Farrell, or we just really got Paul Dano, Robert Pattinson.
I saw all I needed to see.
Yeah.
I honestly don't need another trailer. Just give me the movie.
Again, I'm in the same boat. All right, cool. I'm sold. Don't
get me wrong.
Don't give me another one.
I will watch other
you will
trailers.
watch another trailer. I'm done.
But I don't need it.
Yeah, I'm done. I will not be watching any more trailers. You've got my money. You've got my interest. You've got my support. I am done. I don't need any more, and I don't want any of this plot revealed.
Somebody already solved Riddler's riddle.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. So
nothing special. I'm just saying.
The other trailer that we got from DC was Wonder Woman 1984. I think this, I don't know. It didn't clear anything up for me. It didn't get me super pumped. I don't know. I feel weird about this movie.
It cleared something up for me.
It did? What did it clear up for you?
Oh, I finally got to see what Cheetah's going to look like.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have that. Which is something I was worried about, to be real.
Okay, see, that wasn't something I was worried about. give you a
I was like that first trailer didn't give us anything about
no.
Kristen Wiig, Max Lord. It didn't show us anything, and I was like you're villain. Let's face it, villains are the best part of these movies because as much as I love the superheroes, they are infallible. You know what they're gonna do. The villain is what makes it interesting. If you show me a trailer, you don't tell me enough about the villains. I don't know what I'm gonna find interesting about this movie. You know, so like this trailer did that. I got a very kind of vague idea of what Max Lord's doing. Got an idea of what Cheetah looks like. I'm on board for it. It looks good. Who knows when it's going to get released? Maybe early 2021 or, you know, who knows?
The release date is still set for October 2nd of 2020. It's still set for October.
October 2nd
Yep. And
of 2020?
and to be fair, New Mutants just quote unquote hit theaters. Like it's out right now. So like
yeah, I know.
they
I'm
may
not going
do
to the
that.
theater.
I don't know. We'll see. I hope they push it back. What did you think though? You said that you saw Cheetah. What did you think of her? What did you think of that Kristen Wiig?
She looks good.
Cheetah-like thing.
It looks like it's going to be one of these slow transformations. Like first time she fights Wonder Woman, she's going to be in like that cheetah jacket, and then by the climax, she's full on cheetah. So like,
right. This is third act. The first time you see her is this fight with Wonder Woman. Like this is the last 25 minutes of the movie.
I mean, she looks good. I'm all on board, which is fine because there's two versions of Cheetah. There is the old 70s Super Friends Cheetah who dressed up in a cheetah leotard, and then there is 80s, 90s, and now Cheetah who is like a humanoid cheetah. So
right.
I am on the board. And Gal Gadot's so wonderful, and I still don't know what Chris Pine is doing
Still
there,
funny.
but you know,
questioning parachute pants. That's what Chris Pine's there for. They brought him in for the quips.
I get
That's
it.
what they brought him in
I
for.
get it. Oh, hey, now he's the fish out of water. Isn't that cute? Like, I get it. It just doesn't make logistical sense to me, like at all.
Well, I think it has to do with the Mandalorian doing stuff. I think it's a nefarious plot to.
You think Maxwell Lord somehow not only invented a way to alter people's DNA, but also time travel?
No, I don't think that at all.
Okay.
I don't think that's what it is. But he's behind Steve. He's behind him reappearing. My 2 cents.
Okay.
I don't need to go any further. Joshua, what do you think?
I have no opinion on this trailer.
Really?
He hated the first Wonder Woman. What
Oh,
would
that's
think
true. You
about the
fell
second one?
asleep in the Wonder Woman theater several a time. Okay.
He'll take Zoe and Laura to see it, and he'll have a nice
What
nap.
I do like is I can see all the colors in this movie, and it's not just one color. So I do like that very, very much. All right, then that finally rounds out the third announcement coming out of Fandom that was like in my top 3, which is Suicide Squad 2. We got a teaser trailer, we got like an announcement, and barring seeing some celebrities like Pete Davidson and others, I'm excited for this movie. This looks super fun.
We got to find out who everyone's playing.
Yes.
That was the biggest thing I took away from it.
Right.
You got to find out who the characters actually
Yeah.
were.
John Cena's in there too. You can tell that they have a lot of really cool celebrities, which are going to be like a Brad Pitt in Deadpool 2 killed off pretty damn quickly.
Ben Affleck and Smoking Aces.
Right. Like you're going to kill off some of these people very quickly.
I like Suicide Squad. I really like the way they set up the trailer. Kind of in the same way they intro the characters in the first movie, which I thought was very cool. I liked that it's cartoony, and frankly, I don't see anything wrong with it. Like I'm excited to see it. I'm not going to be seeing anything in the theater, but
Right. Yeah.
I'm excited to see it.
I'm not excited to sit in a place where I could get a
Right.
coronavirus shit, but I'll stay around to see it at home. I like if you watch the one in the wow, helps if I can talk. If you watch the video that we have in the show notes, the sneak peek that's in there, DC goes bending over backwards to highlight the fact that they got James Gunn. We're so excited with James Gunn. Like they are praising him for coming over from Marvel and kind of touting about the fact of why I don't know why you would let a talent like this go even for just a moment so we can grab him and get him to do something great with it. So I am super excited to see what this guy does. He's one of the few people straddling the line of Marvel and DC in it, and he's a great freaking filmmaker. Plus, it looks like his brother is also in this movie because I mean, at this point, it's like oh god, what's his name? It's like Ron Howard. Like if you get a Ron Howard movie, you also get his brother. We got that with James Gunn going on with his brother too. Yeah, Suicide Squad looks interesting. The other part too then comes down to this. The Batman, a completely kind of different universe, a completely different kind of story when it comes to Batman that we have in the canonical version of the DCEU right now. We got the Joker kind of living in its own world as well. And then we've got, Batman, Superman, Justice League, Aquaman. Allegedly will have a Flash movie. I'm still don't believe that at all. Also happening in there. So they also took a moment, Brian, I think maybe I don't know if you saw this panel on the multiverse and kind of addressing the fact that these movies all live in DC, but there's Earth Prime and then all these other ones. It's such a non-answer answer.
The entire panel, the panel consisted of Jim Lee, who's the chief creative officer of their comics, Greg Berlanti, who we all know. I can't remember who the third person was, but he is supposedly in charge of the movie universe. I don't remember. I feel bad. I don't remember his name. CJ will find it, whatever.
I'm looking.
But the whole conversation was just about the concept of the multiverse. How does it work? How does it fit into each segment, right? And they talked a lot about the Crisis crossover with Berlanti and how they were able to get Ezra Miller to be a part of that, which apparently happened literally last minute. Like,
yeah,
they were done filming,
and then they got,
and they were like, and then they got hey, it's not even that they got the nod. The guy who's in charge of the movies called Berlanti up and said, "Hey,
Walter Hamada." By the way, I think I found the name.
Walter Hamada. You're right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Walter Hamada apparently calls Berlanti. He was like, "Hey, we should do this," which I think was Hamada's way of saying, I'm going to use your hard work to just backdoor in a multiverse into the movies, and then everyone's happy, right? Right. That's just my personal opinion.
It really seemed like a really lazy, not well thought out answer to this. Of everything's together, right? We do this in comics all the time, so we're doing it in the movies.
They do it in comics all the time.
I know they do, but
I think obviously, I think Warner Brothers is finally getting the hint that we can't do a connected universe, not with the way things are right now. So we're just going to focus on doing good movies, and which is something that the three of us have been saying forever. Just do good movies and figure out how it connects after the fact. They're finally on that board, and they're using the multiverse as a reason.
I want to amend one part of do good movies, and don't try to get it connect after the fact. If they don't connect, they don't connect, and that's okay. You need to be okay with not everything being a perfect fucking puzzle piece. Have one-offs, have spin-offs. I don't need in 3 years to see the Joaquin Phoenix Joker with the Flash from TV. I don't need that. I don't need that at all. So I'm okay if you just want to say they're separate, and they're separate. But just don't try to seem like this was the plan all along. You're picking up the pieces now going, I don't know. These are 3 different puzzles, aren't they? Oh, shit. We mixed the box together.
This half has the train, then this half is a horse. What the hell?
Yep, and there's no train horse. That doesn't exist. So
yes.
Well, who knows? Maybe after this multiverse, there will be a universe where half train, half train, half horse.
According to the multiverse theory, there is already.
I don't need to hear
where we exist as half trains, half horses.
Great. So somewhere is a podcast called Choo Choo Choo, and it's the 3 of us, half train, half horse.
This is weird.
Doing it. All right. Anyway,
there already is. It's this universe. We're making the choo choo choo. Email us at choo at thatkindofnerd.com.
I don't have that set up.
Give us your best train facts, and we will talk about them on Choo 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 episode 1.
You can just tweet at us at that point. I'm not.
We could also make another podcast named Choo Choo Choo, spelled CHEW, where Josh just talks about his sous vide.
You choose me?
There it is. Hey, with a terrible segue, I'm going to take it a different direction. If you're enjoying this show so far, why not hit a subscribe, tell a friend, tell someone to listen to our show, and come back next week for another episode. Just saying that way. But Josh, I want to talk about a multiverse that's existing right now, something awesome happening in our universe that we can take care of. It's about the world, though, of TV and movies in a segment that we call a Screen to Stream. And the West Wing, Joshua, is having a reunion. No, hold on. I would normally edit that out, but I'm leaving that in. Shut your mouth.
I can step away from this. I can step away from this, right?
Shut your mouth there, Brian.
No. I'm not saying that because I don't think the show is good. I'm saying that because you two are going to talk for an hour and a half, so I can go. Fuck off for an hour and a half.
I honestly, this is
a quickie one.
It's a reunion. It's gonna be a one-time thing. It's cool. It's raising awareness about the need for people to go out and vote. I think it's great. No matter who you vote for, make sure that you vote. I'm super excited about anything West Wing. Obviously, I'm gonna watch this. I think it's very cool, and it's on HBO Max and really nowhere else, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like it's HBO Max. So what they're going to be doing is they're going to do a theatrical staging of an episode from season 3 called Hartsfield's Landing.
Hartsfield Landing is a good episode.
Good fucking episode. And if you know Aaron Sorkin, the man is a playwright and a screenwriter and a director now. So like, yes, I mean, a Few Good Men was a play before it was a movie. So we can trust him to stage an episode of The West Wing. I'm very excited. So Dule Hill's coming back, Rob Lowe, Allison Janney, Janelle Maloney, Richard Schiff, Bradley Whitford, and Martin Sheen, all reprising their roles to doing this. I think it's going to be really freaking cool, really exciting. I can't wait for it. We don't have a date yet, do we?
Right before November,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I would hope it's right before November.
No, it's after November. Everyone else, oh shit, we missed it.
All right. Well, release date is TBD. They're not done with it yet. But dude, I'm so excited for this. This is going to be great for a good cause too. So hell yeah, down for more West Wing. All right. The next part is this. I saw this. I just kind of want to get some feelings on it, and then we'll kind of let it go until it's real.
I have no feelings.
Oh, that's for sure. So apparently they're going to be rebooting Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, starring Will Smith and Kevin Hart. This is already a tough sell because, like, John Candy.
Okay, here are my. All right, I'm about to give you my feelings, which is what you asked. I feel like I don't care if they remake the movie. I don't have any strong affinity towards it. I also feel like I'm not a huge fan of Kevin Hart unless that is followed up by and also The Rock. So I'm not going to see it. So I feel like I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I love John Candy. He's like one of those guys that, you know, I grew up with Uncle Buck and I love that movie so much. Then I went back and dug into
why
the catalog.
why when people say John Candy, why do they go to Uncle Buck?
Fine. Do you want
Cool Runnings?
Cool Runnings?
The Great Outdoors.
Okay. I mean, do you want his cameo in Home Alone?
Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings
Cool
is a
Runnings.
fantastic movie.
No, it's not.
It
How
is so.
dare.
The Great Outdoors is classic.
No one is questioning the validity of that statement, but Cool Runnings is as well a classic.
Yes.
It's not a classic.
Yes, it is.
Just because it wasn't your childhood doesn't mean it's not a
Oh,
classic.
it's terrible. Look, I don't know.
I'm sorry you were in college and you were too cool for Jamaican bobsled teams, hanging out on the street corner with your ruffians.
When the Winter Olympics comes up and no one gives a shit, there's one event where I will root for someone other than America, and it's for bobsledding, and you root for Jamaica. That's what you do, Josh. For the other times, I root for the motherland to win. Mother Russia win all of it, yes. Shit, sorry, my bad.
Steve Martin is difficult to replace also as well. And not by Will Smith or by Kevin, by anybody, he'd be difficult to replace. So I'm just not, I wouldn't say, I'm not going to say I won't see it. I don't see the point.
I mean, show me a trailer and maybe I'll be interested. But like, I don't know, left unchecked, right? These are not the two people that you want left unchecked to just go off and riff as much as you want. Like that. This is not the combination I would hope for that.
I just don't like Kevin Hart. I really don't. Like, I don't hate him. I just don't like him as much as everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, Will Smith was the part of the new Aladdin that I liked the most, which was not what I thought was going to happen. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on this. Make a new movie. Just make a new movie with these two doing something, and don't call it Plane, Trains, and Automobiles. It's fine. I mean, I'll still be like, I don't know about these two guys, but all right. But at least it's something different. But once you put the name in front of it, and then you realize what they're going to be doing, like, I don't know if I want you two to like do that. Like, just
The thing is, like, it's not going to be the same thing. They're going to do what they do all the time.
that's
And
fine.
here's the title, and they're
Well, then
going to
fuck
do
it.
just
We'll do
like
the rest
a
of it.
completely different movie, you know?
But just call it a different movie, and I'll probably be happier. And I'll be like,
I know,
I
me
really
too,
got
I'm
excited
just
about that Kevin
saying.
Hart Will Smith movie. So, but now my expectations are all over the place. Anyway,
But then you get stuff like Stuber. So, like, you're really kind of screwed.
yeah, but then you
either
can
way.
also get stuff like Central Intelligence, right? If you just
I do love.
if
me
you
some
just name
Central
it something
Intelligence,
different and just let two people be funny.
but I also again love The Rock. Not the pet rock that is on my shelf next to me. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
We got it.
I gotta know.
I don't have a pet rock now. That was for effect.
Okay, thank you. That was gonna bother me all night, and even while editing, if I didn't ask, I'm like, didn't ask him about the goddamn pet rock. Anyway, all right, let's talk about something I am like beyond excited for, and that is Enola Holmes.
It's Enola.
Enola. That's what I said. No, well,
You just threw in an extra I in there for no reason.
It's alone backwards.
I did. I threw in extra stuff, and you know what? You know what? It's staying in.
Either that or you threw in an extra Y for no reason.
I did other stuff. Henry Cavill, Millie.
They specifically said in
Yep.
the trailer it's alone backwards.
It is.
Do you spell alone differently as well?
Probably this dyslexia just
Is it
coming in. so this doesn't
ALONIA?
help.
Alonia?
Yep, Bologna.
Okay.
Anyway, so Henry Cavill, Millie Bobby Brown, as the Sherlocks.
Why do you lead with Henry Cavill? It's her movie.
I'm just reading the show notes where they put Henry Cavill on top billing.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. He's Sherlock Holmes. I don't care if it's called Enola Holmes. He's still Sherlock Holmes.
Could be Minecraft Holmes.
Sure.
It'd still be Henry Cavill top billing. Anyway, this looks
Sure.
really good.
Did you just say Minecraft? Minecraft Holmes?
Yeah, it is Minecraft.
No, did I say that? Minecraft.
Yeah,
I
you
I
said-
meant to say Minecraft. Did I really say Minecraft?
You said Minecraft for sure.
Jimmy, come here. Can you roll back the tape real quick? Could be Minecraft Holmes. It'd still be Henry Cavill top billing. Holy shit! I actually said that. Minecraft Holmes. Yeah, you guys don't know. It's a whole rebrand, right? Whole rebrand to get that product integration just in there. Synergy
Clearly.
to the max.
You know what? I mean, I would be into it if you had Henry Cavill walk off the train and then just a giant block man behind him.
He's already built a new PC. Why do you think he was building PCs on the internet for the
Not
Sherlock
to play
Holmes movies?
Minecraft, I'll tell
for,
you that
for
much.
Minecraft Homes. That's why he was doing it. Anyway, let's talk about this movie instead of me being unable to speak. Looks.
It's a great thing you're the moderator.
That's why I'm trying to move past this.
That's why I want to focus on it more.
because I want to move on.
Yeah.
Dug my own
The
grave.
more you want to move on, the more I want to stay here.
Okay, I'll just shut up.
Moving on.
All right. Josh, thoughts and feelings.
Great trailer. I mean, give me all the Sherlock Holmes stories that you can give me. And this is I didn't catch a rating on this, but I'm hoping it's like a TV 14 thing and the kids can watch. It looks like it.
It looks like Nancy Drew, but in Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, but not like crappy Nancy Drew.
Yeah, like punch you in the face, Nancy. It's PG-13, by the way. I find it.
Yeah,
It's PG-13.
all right. Very, very cool. Very cool. Yeah. So I'm very excited to see this. I think Millie Bobby Brown did a great job in the trailer. Obviously, give me all the Henry Cavill, and I won't hold it against the movie that it has Helena Bonham Carter, but it does.
She disappears, so she's not going to be in too much of it.
Right.
The whole movie is about finding her. So
It's gonna be a bunch of flashbacks. There's gonna be plenty of her. in
Yeah,
it.
there will be.
I just miss Henry Cavill's mustache.
this
Why
would've
can't
been-
Sherlock Holmes have a
This
mustache?
would have been the movie. You know, The Witcher was
He
probably.
should have kept it.
It was probably The Witcher interfering with this. You know what it is? You know, you can't grow the mustache because
Oh,
The Witcher.
fuck.
Both Netflix, by the way. So, this looked really cool. I loved the sass that she had during this. Oh, I have to become a lady. Like, oh man, like won me over. What a fantastic actress. Like for her being so young, she has such great range and just a great way to kind of suck you into her character. She's phenomenal.
Oh, about Enola. I mean,
Bolona Holmes, yes.
Bolona Holmes.
Yeah, Bolona Holmes.
Bolona Holmes.
Great.
I
She's
think it's
fucking
gonna be great.
goddamn it title show, Bolona Holmes.
It's Bolona and Minecraft Holmes.
Son of a bitch.
Yes, we're making that movie. We're gonna and screw it. We're gonna make a show. Bologna and Minecraft. It's happening.
Oh, is that where we eat bologna sandwiches and play Minecraft at the same time?
Listen, we have plenty of time to
We'll
workshop
develop
the script. Everything is shut down right now. We have technically two choose podcasts because we have the food one and the train
Okay,
one.
there we go.
So
That kind of nerd podcast network.
we're set. Our careers are set for life.
We're good for this.
between these
Sponsors
three
going to be
things.
coming out of the woodwork. Anyway, tell me about this. About this trailer.
No, I'm excited. Listen, it's a Netflix film. I'm totally gonna watch it, especially since I really think Millie Bobby Brown is fantastic. I think she's great in the few things I've seen her in. And Henry Cavill, just like Josh said, give me all the Henry Cavill. You know, I think he's wonderful too. So I always enjoy a good detective story, as my comments about the Batman have proven. So I am in. And you know what? I don't have a 13-year-old child, but perhaps I will come over and watch it with one of yours, Josh.
Very good.
How are you going to do that 6 feet away? How are you going to keep your distance?
I know what 6 feet looks like. You know what's great about social distancing for me? It's not great, but you know what's easy about it? I myself am 6 foot. So I look around and say, if I can just drop down and do a push-up right here, then I'm good.
Yeah, but then you're going to have to like get up and from the push-up. And I know that's a hard task for you.
I'm getting better. I've been riding the bike. We're good.
All right. There's the Peloton warrior coming out. There we go. All right, so we got another trailer. So, Brian, you've been getting into to horror movies. You've been starting to kind of lean into that. So, I decided to kind of dip my toe, and I started. I watched The Hunt not too long ago, and that made me kind of think about The Purge a little bit. So, I started watching The Purge, and then I saw that we got this new version of it. So, as we also know, Vince Vaughn has been very into kind of doing drama and starting to learn into about a villain. So, I saw the binge and. Hold on, Jimmy's giving me a note. Oh, this is nothing like that? Okay. So this is, instead of that, it's a comedy. The joke is kind of like The Purge for 24 hours. All drugs and stuff like that is legal. And, now you have super bad, but not super bad. I'd hate this movie. I'm sorry. Someone else is going to have to talk about this. I couldn't stand this.
You hate it so much. Why are we talking about it?
It was in the show notes and someone else said yes to it.
Yeah. It's
I'm allowed to hate it.
Hate it.
That's fine.
I don't care. It's crappy, but so is The Purge.
It is. So is The Purge.
It just seemed like, all right, well, it's a nonsense, shut your brain off and, have a couple laughs type movie.
Shut your brain way off. It was like they watched Superbad and then watched The Purge and was like, what if we did that together? But no murder. But we did that together. And then Hulu was like, do you want $7 million? And they're like, we'll take it, please. And they didn't actually spend it on writers. They spent it all on hookers and blow. That's how we got the binge, which would make sense for the writers because they call that research at that point.
Listen, I'm not like, oh my God, I have to see this movie. But I mean, you keep mentioning Superbad, but when's the last time we had a raunchy teen comedy about like, with that kind of subject?
The other no. The other one that Seth Rogen did just last year with the kids.
Good Boys doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
What?
No, it doesn't.
What?
It wasn't like that.
But that is exactly what it's a raunchy comedy with children. The one that you said, Josh, you hated.
The
this
one
movie.
you refused to watch because it's like 10-year-olds,
like 10-year-olds cussing and doing super bad.
Oh
shit.
no.
Where they did super bad stuff, right? We compared. It
I
to Superbad.
I don't put that in the same category.
By the guy who created Superbad, right? Just so we're aware, it's the same guy who made Superbad made that movie.
Again, you're the only person who keeps saying Superbad.
I understand what you're saying, but I put this movie in the more of the category of Sex Drive, Road Trip, Superbad, stuff like that. Good Boys does not fall into that category. And it's been a while since we had a movie like that.
Been a while.
God, I hate you.
That's fine. I'm hating the movie, so I'm allowed to draw any comparison I want. So
I'm not saying that's a reason you should stream said movie, but I'm saying that like 10 years ago, we probably would have watched it.
Are we just not the demographic?
I don't think we are.
Okay.
This is college, high school kid movie. We all watch Superbad. We all still quote Superbad every once in a while. Have you watched Superbad?
Oh yeah,
recently?
it's awful.
It's not a good movie.
No.
We are not the demographic for this film.
Let's go back to
and I'm okay with that.
Back to Accepted. That was a better movie.
I do enjoy Accepted.
I still
Is that
quote
Justin
that
Long?
Yes.
That is Justin
and
Long.
And it's like
Blake
Jonah
Lively.
Hill, like day one, like
yeah, day one Jonah Hill.
I still sometimes I'm eating a wad. No one else gets the reference. It's fine. All right, so it's out now, right now. If you want to watch the binge, although I would just say watch that. Oh God, what was it called? The movie with Andy Samberg and what's her face?
Palm Springs.
I would say go watch Palm Springs instead. That's a much better.
I still need to
movie.
see that.
Oh, it's very good. I enjoyed it a lot.
I would like to. I just haven't got.
I doubt it's very good.
It is very good.
I don't think anything with Andy Samberg is very good.
It's very good. And
okay, you opened up this can of worms, CJ. So you go ahead and feast on them.
No. I thought this movie was smart. I thought it was really well, and Andy Samberg is grown in his own right as a performer, especially in that movie. But all his other movies, I don't have the rest of his catalog memorized, like Mr. Blockbuster over there. So I defer to you at that point if you want to defend Mr. Sandberg.
He's terrible.
I don't need to defend him. I like him. Josh doesn't. We've had this argument on air before. He's not going to change his mind.
Terrible.
Let's now turn to my favorite hobby, where I go around the internet, I find the weird, I find the obscure, and then I ask these two jackals here for their tech perspective. All right, so Brajamaninen, you are a person who enjoys a good Twitch stream.
I do.
Okay, so can you, for the lay people, just kind of explain what happens when someone gets a Twitch donation?
When someone gets a Twitch donation,
Angel gets his wing.
very possibly, but also normally when you're watching the stream, you'll see a notification like, hey, this person donated X amount of money or this many subs or something like that. And everybody sees it. And normally whoever's streaming it, if they're not in the middle of something, will be like, oh, hey, CJ, thanks for the donation. Why?
Well, the part is this. So Burger King, yes, Burger King, decided they do a little bit of viral marketing going on. And what they did was they set up a little system here that they would donate the exact amount of a new like Burger King combo. So like $4, $5 kind of thing. And the system at this point for these streamers was if you donated a certain amount, a Siri-esque voice would then read whatever comment you put in for the donation.
Yeah, that is an option as well. Sorry, that doesn't always happen, but yes.
Triggered my digital dingus. So this dingus-esque simulator, right, read out what are essentially Burger King ads to these streamers who then had it go on their stream and advertise Burger King for them. So they got a $3 donation, then Burger King hijacked their feed for 40 seconds and plugged a double cheeseburger combo kind of thing. I think this is kind of a really shitty move because the only thing I can see really happening, like if it happened to me, I'd be pretty fucking pissed, that I would just turn around and spend the next 10 minutes just bashing Burger King the entire time. But the video that they have, they blur out the streamers' names, blur out their faces, distort their voice, and just kind of talk about how they hijacked this stream. Like, how, like, why? This seems a bridge too far. And if I was a gamer, I'd be really fucking pissed about this.
Well, I feel like that. I mean, if you were a streamer, I mean, you can turn that option off,
Right.
but then like these streamers work very hard on building a certain brand and a certain culture. And, part of that is like what they do when they get subs and donations and stuff like that. And I mean, if I were a streamer, I think there's a potential lawsuit involved in that. Honestly, I would be pursuing that. Because you're right, that's bullcrap. And if I worked on a specific brand for my channel, or if I'm expected, if there's something that I'm expected to do for my community, and that shit like directly negates it, that's not right.
This wasn't something that was like T's and C's they signed off on.
No, they didn't even know about it.
They had no idea this was happening. They hijacked
right, well,
these feeds to advertise on there. I think it's really underhanded and dishonest, to be honest.
All right. I mean, I see you're fired up about it. I don't care even a little bit.
Imagine it this way. Imagine you were at a sporting event of some kind. Let's say the Pigskin, and Burger King took over all the jumbotrons, all the LED like things across the stadium, advertising their own thing without the stadiums or the teams or the NFL's knowledge. That's essentially what happened.
Not really, but okay.
No, it is
that's
exactly what happened.
Not really.
It's exactly what
Why
happened.
not?
Josh.
No, because these people don't have a brand like that.
They do, though.
They don't.
They do. That's
They
the problem. You don't watch Twitch. They have a brand.
They have a brand.
They work very hard on that
They may
brand.
have
That is
a
how they
brand.
make money.
Right. Except they signed up to get paid. Right?
Sure.
I mean, I don't understand how, like,
Okay,
it just seems
actually,
like a security issue.
I'll flip the analogy at this point. Player doing a press conference at the end of a game, and a reporter just, instead of asking the question, just makes an ad for Burger King at that point, and ESPN has to carry it at there, and the player is like, what the fuck was that about? That had nothing to do with anything we were talking about. The best sports analogy I can give you because I don't have
need a sports analogy. I'm just saying I don't care.
Okay. I'll say this:
At all.
if someone wants, so in that instance, if I'm a streamer and Burger King wants to use my audience to advertise the fact that they've got a $3 nugget deal going on that you can get 765 nuggets, cool, pay me, but not pay me $5. If you want my audience, pay me my CPM. If you're not going to pay me my CPM, get the hell off. For our podcast, clicks per million.
CPM?
It's the way like a YouTube ad sponsorship will be calculated. The amount of people that are viewing my stream equal a certain amount of money to you, the advertiser. Therefore, if I have a Twitch stream of 10,000 people, I get a certain amount of money because I've got 10,000 people listening to it. If I have 1 million people streaming, I get paid more because I have 1 million people streaming. Pay me the adjusted rate for that if you want to use my platform to advertise. But if you don't
didn't they sign some deal to get paid a certain amount for this advertising?
No, because they blur out the streamer's name, they blur out their face, they use a fake voice, they hide. Watch the video in the show notes. These streamers are not in on it, and they pick the ones that are happy. Oh, look at that! Such a weird thing. I got a Burger King ad, but that's not how that system works. They're abusing that system.
It's bullshit, and it's also whatever.
Yeah, and if anyone ever, we've joked several times for. Foldy Mate and what was the last one? Foldy Mate, Fidget Cube, and Butter Ramp people, right? Hey, if you wanna throw a few schmeckles our way, you want to have a thing with us, let's talk. But if they just dynamically inserted an ad into our podcast feed, I'd be pretty pissed. If you listen to our show on Spotify, they were talking about putting in ads at the beginning and end of our podcast. We don't get any of that money, so. If you're going to do something like that, I want the money for it. So as a creator, I was offended by the way that Burger King went about it. If you want to partner with somebody, partner with them. Don't just hijack their feed. But Joshua, let's move off of the world of esports and streaming and stuff like that. I want to talk about this app and website that you threw into the show notes. And it's called City Guesser. And at first I was like, what the hell is this? And then after I played with it for a little bit, I realized I really miss going places and going outside and seeing new things.
That was half the fun of it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Tell me the premise about what the hell this is, and kind of walk me through it a little bit.
So just it's a little game. Not a multiplayer game, right? You're playing on your own. It's just something to pass the time. But for instance, you can select from different categories: worldwide, United States, Europe, monuments, whatever, Canada, Russia, other places. Anyway. When you launch this, you go sort of kind of like live, somebody walking around a city, and they're walking around and they're showing you what they see with their phone camera, right? And you then have to guess where they are using a map. So I spent, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes just messing around with this, and I guessed accurately 4 out of 5 times, and the closest I got, I was within a quarter mile in Chicago.
Oh wow.
I was close. And I'm like, I know that street.
Bullshit, that's not Alaska.
Oh wait, so there I got Alaska, but I guessed Anchorage, not Juneau. And they're 300 miles apart or whatever. Anyway, I'm like, I know that's Chicago. I know for a fact that's Chicago.
Right.
But I had to keep watching this person walk around to determine where they were in the city. And then I'm like, I've been there.
Right.
It's right here, right? You zoom in and you click the place, and so I was I was a few blocks away, which is really cool. But you're right. We don't get to go anywhere. So I just think this is just a really cool thing. If you have a few minutes, it's a nice little game. I mean, it'd be a cool thing to, show your kids, right? Maybe, put, oh,
there's Little Rock.
Airplay it to the TV and let them watch for a bit. It's just, I don't know. It's a time passer, but it was fun.
What I really liked about it was, so right now I'm walking past, because I saw a plaque, the Little Rock City Hall. So I know where I am, right? I'm in Arkansas. I've got this, but it's just kind of cool to kind of see this because no one's talking, right? It's just the
Street sounds.
Ambient sounds of the city.
Yep.
And it's just I don't know, just really cool. I saw a bunch of bird scooters flying around in a spot in Kissimmee. All right, so here, Little Rock. I was a mile off the location on this one, but it's just kind of cool to walk around a city, see what's going on, see the other part, and really the fact that I've been cooped up inside is starting to wear on me.
Right.
And at one point, like, okay, so this Arkansas one I'm watching right now, I saw this spot that said Arkansas City Hall. I can zoom in on this map pretty fucking close, right, and get to it, but I'm just watching it.
Right.
Like, I'm just chilling, enjoying the birds, watching people ride around those Lime scooters that I've never seen in my life.
Plot twist. This is just people being hacked and all their camera phones.
This is the Batman thing, right? No, this is super interesting. Brian, what do you think about this?
I don't travel near enough. I got every single one completely wrong.
Well, you could do like the monuments, right?
What monuments?
Well, like this, like now I'm in.
I saw a sign that said Saks Fifth Avenue. I was all like, "Oh, totally New York," and then it was Chicago. Like I suck. Geography was never my strong
when
suit.
when you go to like the homepage for City Guesser, there's different categories, and monuments is one of those categories.
Oh, I didn't do the monuments.
Yeah,
one.
so
I
they
just
have
clicked USA.
they have several ones up here, but the main four they have on the top are worldwide, USA, so all of it, Europe, the monuments is another, and then they have certain countries that are on there. It's just I really thought I saw this like this is dumb. 10 minutes later, I was still poking around and just watching people and just letting this person guide me through a city. I got sucked in a weird way I wasn't expecting to kind of get in.
You just said Bolona and Minecraft after you. You freaking creeper.
It's very voyeuristic, and I was not thinking that would be something I would be inclined to do. So I think this is a really interesting thing. Devil, I would recommend go checking out the show notes, trying it out. It works on mobile, works on a computer, so whatever device you have, it'll work. Yeah, this was a really cool find, Josh. I appreciate this, and this may keep my sanity for a little bit when I need it.
Glad you like it.
I'm never going to click on it again because I suck.
All right, like I said, listener, if you want to support us, go ahead and subscribe to the show. Share it with a friend because sharing is the ultimate internet currency, and we thank you for your donation. Other than that, thank you so much for making us your walk around your neighborhood, your drive to work, whatever the hell it is that we are right now to you. Even if it's just your gateway to watching people walk around a completely different city that you don't know where it is. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll talk to you in 2 weeks. Take care. Be safe.
Well, welcome to the club because you are that kind of nerd.
Are you implying that we previously messed around?
We have messed around previously all the time.
I don't think we did.
Total Los episodes. Messing around.
I think you're overselling it there.
Okay. I've got
A lovely bunch of coconuts.
D. I got 4 topics left. I feel we can cut one.
Winamp? It really whips the llama's ass.
I have no idea what the fuck that means. It really whips the llama's ass?
Yeah, that was every time you downloaded a new version of Winamp, that was the intro it had loaded in it.
Josh, I
You
think
hit play?
we did it. We hit the generation gap again.
You hit play. Are you serious? You never used Winamp?
No, I did. I don't have the concrete memories of
Winamp, it really whips the llama's ass.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember that. But that, I'm just going to keep that part in right there.
Yeah.
That can stay. All right. So, Josh, are you going to be doing the jackal later? You're going to be doing the jackal?
I will not be.
Okay.
That another.
Yes, and
that's
you
another
sit there and
Western
you sit there in your
reference.
rawness and you be wrong.
And you get used to it.
I know that reference. Josh says it enough.